Next week on Home and Away in the UK, Cash and Remi's feud continues, putting a strain on Cash and Eden's renewed relationship. Can Sonny's idea help mend their rift? Despite making apparent headway, tensions continue to rumble between Remi and Cash next week, but new arrival Sonny thinks he has the answer to everyone's problems. Cash has recently reunited with ex-fiancée Eden, following their split last year in the aftermath of Cash's sister Felicity's death. With the siblings having faced the painful loss of both their parents in their childhood, Cash had felt that he was cursed and so pushed Eden away for her own protection, heartlessly dumping her at Flick's graveside. A devastated Eden spent months trying to change Cash's mind, before eventually moving on to start up a relationship with Tim, the counselor of her sister Abigail. The controversial pairing caused Cash to immediately take a dislike to Tim, starting off a whole cavalcade of events which led to Cash being accused of attacking Tim and putting him in a coma. The real culprit, Tim's ex-client Nerida, was eventually uncovered, though not before kidnapping Eden and Abby. When Tim eventually woke up, Eden was forced to admit that she had kissed Cash whilst he was unconscious. Already knowing that Eden was still in love with Cash, Tim called time on their relationship. Overcoming some initial reluctance on whether she could forgive Cash for everything that he put her through, Eden agreed to resume their relationship, but stopped short of becoming engaged again, telling Cash that it was too soon. However, Remi made his disapproval of the relationship very clear, reminding Eden that he was caught in the middle for months, and didn't even recognize Cash at times. So it was with some confusion that Cash and Eden received a visit from a tipsy Remi last week, who told them that he was not going to punish them anymore and was making his peace. Next week, Cash is clearly maintaining a distance from Remi, turning down an invite for himself and Eden to join Remi and Bree for breakfast. When Remi and Bree talk about Cash with Sonny, Bree learns that Remi was drunk when he made his apology. There could lie the problem, she suggests, and points out that it wouldn't hurt to apologize again now that he's sober, so that Cash at least knows that he meant it. But Sonny has a better idea, proposing to throw a party. Bree admits that it's not a bad idea, given that it would give Remi and Cash a more relaxed place to talk things through. Sonny heads across the road to number 52 to extend the invite to Cash and Eden, and whilst Eden is raring to go, Cash decides that it would be better to leave things as they are and continue giving Remi some space. Eden later laments to Levi that she was obviously kidding herself with the idea that things would be going back to normal, prompting him to go and have a word with Cash. The idea that her best friend and boyfriend can't stand to be in the same room together is killing Eden, Levi explains, but Cash believes that having Remi around will only complicate his rebuilding trust with Eden. Meanwhile, having heard that Cash isn't coming to the party, Bree doubles down on telling Remi to fix things. Cash obviously still believes that the apology wasn't genuine. Levi tricks Remi and Cash into both coming to the surf club at the same time, leaving them alone to sort out their differences, and so Cash decides to tell Remi why he has been avoiding him. "When you came around the other night, told Eden and I you'd made peace with us," Cash says. "I don't think that you meant a single word of it." "You're right," Remi replies. "I didn't." Cash wants to try and make things right, but Remi makes it clear that they will never see eye to eye. In his view, they just need to suck it up and play nice for Eden's sake. In any case, Remi doesn't see it being a problem for long, as he tells Cash that he doesn't believe he and Eden are going to last. Back at the share house, Eden, Bree and Sonny are preparing for the festivities, and Eden is determined to have a good time even if Cash isn't there, which means sampling some of the liquid refreshments on offer. Remi arrives home along with Theo, but Bree notices Remi skulk into his room. Remi admits to Bree that he and Cash have another run-in, and things remain unresolved. Later that evening, the party is in full swing when Cash arrives, having decided to attend after all. Eden is touched that he's made the effort, as Remi glares from across the room. Soon enough, Remi announces that he's got to duck out to head for some studio session work. Eden can see through his excuse, pointing out that there will be many more parties where Cash will be present and they'll have to talk to each other sooner or later. But Remi heads off regardless. The next morning Cash emerges from Eden's room and finds Remi has returned. As Cash heads out the door, he can't resist making a barbed remark towards Remi. "If you're waiting for this to fail," Cash states, referring to his and Eden's relationship, "you're going to be waiting a very long time." "I hope so," Remi replies with a smile. "Will the two ever get past their differences?"